Hey, how's it going, guys? Mr. Boss for the win here, and in today's Grand Theft Auto 5 video, we're going to be looking at one of the newest vehicles added into the game, the new Vapid Slamvan Custom, and how it might just be the newest, fastest land vehicle in the game. I'm going to be talking to you guys about everything you might have heard, all the rumors, and my own tests in this video, and the results are pretty shocking, so stay tuned for that. Alright, so on multiple sites today, I saw many different posts and many different articles regarding the new Slamvan, and when using a glitch, it's now at least a couple miles per hour faster than the Adder, making it the fastest land vehicle in the game. So I'm going to show you guys how to do that, giving you some warnings and some prerequisites as well. Now, before I do get started, this is a glitch, meaning that at any time, Rockstar could potentially patch that. So please do take that with a grain of salt before you decide to do anything in this video. You have been warned. Okay, so to do the glitch, you're probably going to need to buy a new Slamvan. So when you buy a stock Slamvan, you want to make sure you apply competitive suspension before upgrading to the Lowrider version. So the reason you're going to need a new one is because if you've already made your car a Lowrider, then you won't have the option to adjust any suspension options. So you can do this in Benny's or the LSC. Before you hit that Lowrider upgrade button, you need to go to suspension and make it all the way down to competitive, which I think was unlocked at like rank 71 or something along those lines. And another tip I can give you is do not buy bulletproof tires. I'll talk about that in a little bit later, but if you want to make this vehicle as fast as possible, then you need to make sure you do not have bulletproof tires on this car either. So once you've done that, purchase the stock Slamvan, apply the competitive suspension, you can then proceed to upgrade it however you want. And for the sake of this video, I made sure I maxed out all of my stats because the other cars I'm going to be competing with in this video have their stats maxed out as well. So I figured it would make sense if this Slamvan had all of like the engine upgrades, tuning, turbo, everything on the car was upgraded to the maximum ability. Now, in order to get this glitch to work, you're going to need to use this in a straight line. So it's going to be the fastest land vehicle, but only in terms of like a drag race or where you can go straight, because there's a lot of other elements of this car, like its braking, traction, and handling, that are really poor and would prevent it from doing well in a race, regardless of how fast it could obviously go. Now, in order to get this to work, you're going to need to use the hydraulics button to lower the entire vehicle and then lean the car backwards. This is going to bring the front of the car facing upwards, and for whatever reason is going to give you a nice boost in terms of your speed. So before I tested this with other cars, I simply put this on a drag race and I decided to lower the car and lean back, and I actually got a pretty good time. I think I got somewhere around like 21.5 seconds, which was pretty good, 21-22. That's where most of the supercars get in terms of other vehicles that we've raced on this drag strip that you might have seen in other videos. So that's a pretty good time, although it doesn't tell us a whole lot. The real test is going to be going up against some of the other supercars in the game. So before I did that, I wanted to test it with the regular Slamvan. So I had one of my good friends get a regular Slamvan fully modded, but it did not have this lowered suspension glitch. So we are going to be drag racing right here. As soon as the grenade goes off, we both take off. His is normal, mine is lowered and is leaning backwards. And you can see mine is significantly faster than his. And if we had more room, I mean, the airport only gives us so much room to do drag races and to reach a top speed, I would have smoked him. It would have been no competition. And this is something we did for a while now, and we did this on 1 or 2 or 3 different occasions, and the results were exactly the same. My lowered Slamvan with the competitive suspension glitch was significantly faster than the normal Slamvan that was just simply turned into a Lowrider. So I thought that that was interesting, but I also wanted to test it against some of the top supercars in the game. So I wanted to bring this out against the Adder, and I also wanted to bring this out against the T20. So I tested both of those vehicles, and in my first test, when I just lowered the back end, it was actually still slower than the Adder and both the T20. So simply just doing this compression and suspension glitch will actually not make it faster than the Adder or the T20. However, if you fully lower the car or you slam a car, and I'll give you guys a quick little tutorial right there, and this is why you don't want bulletproof tires. It's essentially where you cause the suspension to drop two very small levels by shooting anywhere from 45 to 60 rounds right in the center of the wheel. You should visibly be able to see the car drop itself twice, and that is fully lowering the vehicle. Sometimes it's called slamming. So now once you've done that, you should be able to see how truly fast this car will actually go. So now we're going to do the exact same drag test between the T20 and the Adder. You could do this, it's a very similar test against the Banshee 900R as well, but the results were absolutely shocking that this fully lowered Slamvan completely blew the Adder out of the water and was going to dominate the T20. Once again, we ran out of airport space, and because it takes a while to get going, you know, we just couldn't get up to like our quickest speed fast enough, but we would have smoked these two cars that we were racing against right here. Now, according to Reddit user Thimmy3, he's actually done some calculations and found out that the max speed of the Z-Type is 126 miles per hour. The top speed of the Banshee 900R is 130.5 miles per hour. The Slamvan with the rear lowered reaches a top speed of 127 miles per hour. And the Slamvan fully lowered, which is where we shot out those wheels, made it the slammed version, has a top speed of 138 miles per hour. So that is insane. And according to those calculations and what you guys have seen so far, this would indeed make it the fastest land vehicle in the game. Now, once again, I should preface that this doesn't make it practical in any sense in terms of racing. You guys see in some of the tests that I'm doing right now, the handling, the traction, the braking is absolutely horrible. It almost feels like you're on an ice hockey arena where it's almost impossible to brake. It feels like you're skating and slipping on ice trying to brake. So is it practical in a sense of being able to use it in races? No, absolutely not. But it is the fastest land vehicle in the game in a straight line drag race sort of scenario where the only variable you're really taking into account is how fast the car can go in a straight line, which is pretty cool. Now, once again, because this is a glitch, it is likely that Rockstar will try to end up patching this or working on it. So I want to give out that warning before you like go out and buy a Slamvan and then you get mad at me saying, you know, Mr. Boss the Win said to go buy a Slamvan and do this glitch. Giving you guys a warning right now that it will likely be patched. You guys know that Rockstar tinkered with the Banshee 900R after it was originally really slow back in late January. So I would imagine that they will do the same to the Slamvan, where they will prevent it from going at least 10 miles an hour plus faster than some supercars in the game. So just be aware of that and be aware that it will likely be changed. But for now, if you want to experience this for yourself, it might be something fun to do, and it's incredibly fast, and it's just impressive to see it being raced against some of the other supercars in the game. So that's all I got for you guys in this video today. Let me know what you think about this in the comments section down below. If you did go on to enjoy the video, a like rating would of course be awesome, and also subscribe to my YouTube channel if you are new or you like daily GTA 5 videos like this. With out of the way, guys, like I said, thanks for watching, take care, and I'll see you guys in the next video.